Hi everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket and today in this video we are going to look at what happened to the markets, what we can expect from the markets on the expiry day, as well as what happened to our trade. So today market opened almost around 100 points gap up, and even Bank Nifty opened around 200 to 300 points gap up. So the high for the day was made in the first 15 minutes itself. Nifty crossed around 17,400 and Bank Nifty also crossed 36,800 and then made a high. From there on, there was continuous selling throughout the day and the markets almost ended at the lowest point of the day. So if you see Bank Nifty from the high, it is almost down 700 points and Nifty is also down around 150 points from the high. So it was a continuous sell-off throughout the day. Never once we saw a real big bounce back. So whenever there was a bounce, immediately there was selling which came in and took the markets much lower. So again, if you look at today's market, the top losers are HDFC as well as Kotak, and these two are FII favorite stocks. So if you look at the gainers, metal sector again did extremely well. So in a high inflationary environment, so metal companies usually end up doing very well because all the commodity prices, you name it, steel, aluminium or zinc, everything will be at very high prices, and that's the reason these companies will end up profiting quite a lot. So these are cyclical sectors, and when the inflation is very high, these metal companies usually end up doing extremely well. So apart from this, we never really saw any big movement from any other stock or sector. For example, IT, Reliance, everything more or less ended flat. So based on the current market movement today, we will also try to see what we can expect for tomorrow's expiry. So if you look at the both PCR ratio for Nifty as well as Bank Nifty, both you can see that the amount of call writing is way higher than put writing. So for Bank Nifty, there is very strong call writing at 36,500 and for Nifty at 17,500. So for this reason being, we can expect the market to face some resistance on the higher end. So now I am actually discussing about OI because you can see that the uncertainty is slowly coming down and the VIX is also almost below 20. So today also you saw some huge decay in the premiums, and you can see that the news flow, especially about the war, has come down quite a lot. And for this reason, we can now again start using OI with some relevance, because when there's continuous news flow, that time what really the sentiment is suggesting today becomes irrelevant for tomorrow. But since we don't have any such news flow following tomorrow, so that's the reason the sentiment today can be also carried forward to tomorrow. For Nifty also, again 17,500 is going to be extremely crucial on the upside, and downside we can expect Nifty to find some support at 17,000. So broadly I am expecting Nifty to trade between 17,000 to 17,500 for tomorrow with some bearish bias, and Bank Nifty to trade in the range of 35,500 to 36,700 for tomorrow. So these two are the broad range I am expecting for Nifty and Bank Nifty, and my bias is little bit bearish compared to bullish. So again, this can change based on how US market opens and how it trades, and also how Asia opens tomorrow. But right now I am having slightly bearish bias. Again, I am telling it can change tomorrow based on how the market opens and how the global markets behave. So that will bring us to the last section, what exactly happened to our trade. So for this section, I'll be using the computer and I'll try to explain what exactly happened, before which I'll just give you a short brief of what went wrong with our trade. I haven't actually put out a video from past 3 days, but put together we have a loss of somewhere around 2.7 lakh in the last 3 days. So today we lost somewhere close to 1.8 lakh, and yesterday and day before yesterday we almost lost around 1 lakh together. So overall we have around 2.7 lakh loss, and I will explain how exactly we ended up losing money today. So we had a very favorable position once we gapped up. So I thought, okay, we might end up sustaining the gap up, and I adjusted the position. So the moment I adjusted the position, the market started falling, and from there on the market never really took any support at all. So it was a continuous sell-off. So from a profitable position today, again we came to a loss of 1.7 lakh. So now in the video, I'll be explaining how exactly this happened, what was the adjustment I did, and why exactly we ended with a loss, and also what positions are we carrying for tomorrow. So meanwhile, if you are liking the content on this channel, do not forget to hit the like button, share this video as well as subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining, guys. So you can see the positions right over here. Today we have a loss of around 1,71,000. So I'm going to explain what exactly happened and how exactly we ended with this position. So yesterday towards the end we had a short straddle of 36,000. So we had shorted a 36,000 calls as well as 36,000 puts somewhere over here. And towards the end itself the market had gone up and the position was in a quite favorable one, because we had shorted 36,000 when the market was at its low point, and as it came towards 36,000 it was pretty beneficial and we entered into good profits. But today what happened, we saw a huge gap up and markets opened around 36,700, and obviously when such things happen you will be in loss, because now market is around 800 points away from your short straddle level. So when the market started trading around 36,800, I assumed, okay, the market has gapped up and the market is also trying to hold on to its gap in the first 10 minutes itself. So this was a decision taken in haste, and immediately I ended up shorting 36,500 put option. So first there was a 36,000 short straddle, and when the market opened gap up, I started shorting 36,500 put option. And this decision turned out to be quite bad, because after that the market started to reverse. As the market started coming down, you can see that slide just continued and the market ended at the lowest point of the day. So as soon as the market opened, we were at a loss. So gradually when the market consolidated for 30 minutes around 36,700, we came to profits. So somewhere close to profits, if not profit. And later as the market started sliding down, our loss started to increase. So technically at this point we should have come to profits if it is coming back towards 36,000, but this time we were going into loss because we had shorted 36,500 quite heavily, right? So now what happened, that's the reason you can see that even though the market went against us completely, the loss is not quite big. The reason being, so we had shorted 36,500, but we also had a 36,000 short straddle. As the market started moving towards 36,000, so this short straddle was giving us profit, but obviously this put option was getting hit. So overall we ended the day with a loss. And for tomorrow we have taken a short straddle as well as short strangle, both put together. So what are these positions? Again we have continued with our 36,000 short straddle. So you can see we have gone 60 lot short with 36,000 CE as well as PE, and along with that we have done a short strangle. So this is 36,500 CE and 35,500 PE. So 500 points away short strangle, and we have, this is a completely hedged position and we have hedged it with 1000 points away, which is 35,000 PE and 37,000 CE. So this is the position what we are carrying for tomorrow, and you can see where are our break evens. It is at 35,415 and 36,585. So that's the reason, in case if we open around 36,000, I'll slowly start to square off my position, because Sensibull right now is showing if around 10 AM the market opens around 35,900, we must be at a profit of around 4 to 5 lakh. So this might differ based on the volatility, but you can expect some good profits if the market continues to trade around 36,000 tomorrow, right? So this is the idea what we have. Hopefully I'm not expecting a huge gap up or a huge gap down, so that will again put us back to loss. Let's hope for the best and see what exactly happens. FIS actually ended up buying, so they have totally purchased for 481 crores and DIIs actually sold for 294 crores. So I was wrong with this assumption, and FIIs have actually ended up buying and DIIs have sold today for 300 crores. So with this, we also come to the end of this video. This was the broader idea of what exactly we did today, and also what trade we have taken for tomorrow. So let's see how exactly it goes. And tomorrow is an expiry. It is quite a crucial expiry because after this we just have one more week for the financial year end as well as the quarter end and the month end. That's the reason it's quite important for us to see what exactly happens tomorrow. So I'll be catching you again tomorrow with what happened to the expiry day trade, and we'll also take an outlook for next week tomorrow. So I hope you guys have liked this video. If so, then please do hit the like button, share this video, as well as subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining, guys.